What was the Algerian Revolution? What was the Algerian Revolution? This question opens the door to a significant chapter in history. The Algerian Revolution was a war for independence that took place from 1954 to 1962. During this time, the Algerian people fought to end over a century of French colonial rule. The struggle was not just about gaining independence, it also aimed to reshape Algerian society. Under French control, Algeria faced severe economic exploitation and political exclusion. The indigenous population, primarily Muslim and of Arab or Berber descent, had very few rights compared to European settlers known as colons. The economy was designed to benefit French interests, leaving the majority of Algerians marginalized. The revolutionary movement began to take shape in the mid-20th century, led by the National Liberation Front. This coalition of nationalist groups sought to unite the Algerian people against colonial oppression. While independence was the primary goal, many within the movement viewed the struggle as part of a larger fight against imperialism and for social justice. From a socialist viewpoint, the revolution represented a chance to break free from both colonial rule and capitalist exploitation. Socialists argued that true independence required dismantling the economic structures left by colonialism, which favored a small elite over the working class and peasantry. Initially, the French Communist Party supported Algerian independence, reflecting the international socialist movement's stance against colonialism. However, as the conflict escalated, the party's leadership aligned with the French government, a decision that drew criticism from some socialists who believed they should have supported a socialist outcome in Algeria. After gaining independence in 1962, the new Algerian government, led by the National Liberation Front, declared a socialist choice. They implemented policies aimed at reducing inequality and establishing a state-led economy. This included nationalizing industries and redistributing land previously owned by French colonists. The government sought to create a socialist society through agrarian reform and promoting workers' self-management in nationalized enterprises. However, these initiatives faced challenges due to a lack of experience and internal opposition. The National Liberation Front, which had led the armed struggle, aimed to guide Algeria's socialist development. The state aligned itself with other socialist countries, particularly the Soviet Union, and supported liberation movements across Africa. While the revolution achieved national independence, many socialists argue it did not fully realize a socialist society. Power remained concentrated in the hands of a new elite, including military leaders and party officials. Although the working class and peasantry were nominally empowered, they often had limited control over production and decision-making. Critics suggest that a deeper transformation would have required genuine worker and peasant democracy. The revolution's limitations are often attributed to the National Liberation Front's nationalist ideology and the persistence of old social hierarchies. The Algerian Revolution stands as a significant event in the history of anti-colonial struggles. It is viewed as both a victory against imperialism and an unfinished project of social transformation. This revolution demonstrated the potential for mass movements to challenge colonial and capitalist domination, while highlighting the difficulties of building socialism in a post-colonial context.